Welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we're taking a trip up north. I'm going to be your guide as we explore the really fascinating, dynamic ecosystem of Canada's economy, its vast natural resources, and its incredibly diverse workforce. We're going to look at the very foundation of what actually makes this country thrive. To kick things off, we really have to ask ourselves a pretty fundamental question. What exactly does it take to build one of the world's strongest economies? Because, it doesn't just happen by accident. It requires a very unique blend of abundant natural resources and sheer human ingenuity. Okay, so here's our roadmap for today's Explainer. We'll start with the economic foundation, look at the engine of industry, and explore the global market. Then we'll cover workers and taxes, before finishing up with a quick standard of living quiz. Section 1. The Economic Foundation. Let's just start from the ground up by looking at the core ingredients of Canada's prosperity. So this highly developed economy doesn't just run on natural resources and trade. It is equally driven by incredibly skilled workers from all over the globe. Immigrants continue to play a massive role in helping Canada grow. They spark dynamic innovation across tech companies, local farms, and public services. It's a total game changer. And just look at the sheer scale of Canada's natural wealth. Fun fact for you, Canada literally has more lakes than the rest of the world combined. As a leading global producer, the country is blessed with abundant fresh water, massive forests, oil, natural gas, minerals, and incredibly fertile farmland. But, with this great wealth comes the vital responsibility to protect it for future generations. Which brings us to Section 2, the engine of industry. Let's see how the country actually processes all of those incredible raw materials. These diverse industries are the absolute engine of job creation. We've got an agricultural sector feeding the world with wheat and dairy. We have massive forestry and mining operations. Then there's manufacturing, especially over in Ontario and Quebec, building everything from cars to cutting-edge medical tech. And we definitely can't forget innovation, with Canada rapidly becoming a global leader in AI and aerospace. Now, notice the truly fascinating contrast happening in the energy sector right now. On one hand, Canada remains a powerhouse producer of traditional energy like oil and natural gas. But on the other hand, provinces are making massive, clean investments in renewable energy like hydroelectric dams, wind, and solar power. It's this delicate balancing act of traditional development and renewable innovation. Moving on to Section 3, the global market and local business. Let's take a look at how Canada distributes its wealth, both internationally and right in your neighborhood. So while Canada exports energy, vehicles, and food all over Europe, Asia, and Latin America, here is a vital takeaway for you. The United States stands alone as Canada's absolute largest trading partner. This massive cross-border relationship imports essential goods and creates countless jobs right at home. But hey, it's not all about massive global trade ships, right? At the local level, millions of Canadians drive economic growth through small businesses. And just think about your favorite neighborhood restaurant, a local retail store, or maybe a new tech startup. Many immigrants actively choose to become entrepreneurs here, and their success is a major pillar for job creation right in our own communities. Moving further up our ecosystem, we hit Section 4, Workers, Rights, and Taxes. Let's explore the rules that keep Canadian society functioning so smoothly. In Canada, a functioning workplace is very much a two-way street. You're legally protected by strong labor laws that guarantee fair wages, safe conditions, and freedom from discrimination. But you have to balance those rights with responsibilities, like, performing your job honestly, strictly following safety rules, and showing respect to your coworkers. Now, a huge part of working in Canada involves paying taxes. It's a fundamental responsibility for absolutely everyone who earns an income here. This collective financial contribution is the primary way society takes care of its people and maintains its infrastructure. So, what exactly do those taxes actually buy you? Well, they directly fund the essential daily services we all rely on. We're talking about universal health care, public education, the roads you drive on every day, and emergency services like police and fire protection. Your taxes are a direct investment into your community's well-being. Finally, Section 5, Standard of Living and a quick review quiz. Let's see the results of all this hard work and then jump into a rapid-fire review quiz to test your memory. Because of this deeply interconnected ecosystem, the abundance of natural resources, the thriving and diverse industries, international trade, and hard-working taxpayers, people in Canada enjoy an incredibly high standard of living. It's exactly why so many people choose Canada, for the safety, the diversity, the economic opportunities, and the strong democratic institutions that protect this quality of life. All right, now let's test your knowledge from today's explainer. Take a second and think back to the beginning of our ecosystem. Can you name 3 important natural resources found in Canada? Did you get them? If you guessed forests, oil, natural gas, minerals, fresh water, fish, or fertile farmland, you are absolutely right. These are the raw materials that really kickstart the Canadian economy. Okay, let's try another vital test question, and this one is definitely crucial to remember. Which country stands as Canada's absolute largest trading partner? The correct answer is the United States. While Canada is for sure a global player, this specific cross-border trade relationship is the absolute key to the success of millions of Canadian jobs. For our final review question today, let's look at civic duties. When you earn income and contribute to the system, what exactly do your taxes help pay for? They fund the absolute bedrock of your community. Your taxes pay for critical public services, most notably universal healthcare, public education, maintaining safe roads, and supporting our police and fire protection. Well, we have covered a lot of ground today, tracing the path from raw natural resources in the earth to the high quality of life enjoyed across the country. With all the booming opportunities in innovation, clean energy, and small businesses, the landscape is shifting rapidly. So the question is, as this resource-rich economy evolves into the future, what specific role will you choose to play in it? Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and keep exploring.